Any piece of media can become lost media, and this includes Chuck E. Cheese. You wouldn't normally expect Chuck E. Cheese to have lost media, but they do. In the 70s, CEC released an animated commercial talking about birthday parties that became lost in time. In this video, I'll be talking about the lost CEC commercial and even seeing this piece of lost media in person. Welcome back to another video, and in case you haven't heard, Tub and I are releasing a documentary about animatronics that will be coming out on October, Friday the 13th on the Tub channel. On that same day, I will be dropping my own video where I talk about abandoned animatronics and answer the question, where are they now? Both of our videos will be coming out on October 13th at 12 p.m. PST. You don't want to miss it. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and go shop at earldoesn'texist.com using my link in the description below. The Lost Chuck E. Cheese commercial. In the late 1970s, there was a brief but intriguing event at Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater, a 30-second animated commercial called The Great All-American Pizza Show. This mysterious commercial aired from December 1979 to early 1980. Leaving behind a scene of curiosity due to limited information and few remnants. We can find one of the few clues about this mysterious commercial in the Pizza Times, a newsletter for Pizza Time Theater employees. In its first issue in December 1979, it discreetly mentioned a 30-second commercial coming soon, designed to promote birthday parties. The focus seemed to be on local TV stations, especially in California, where most Pizza Time theaters were located. As we dig deeper into this intriguing piece of history, we find a story of rediscovery. Although the commercial itself is elusive, a few animation cells have been saved. These cells are now owned by Damon, who owns Smitty's Super Service Station. These cells were briefly first seen in a YouTube video by Set Streets and Neats during a visit to Smitty's. Set Streets and Neats posted this video on March 27th, 2022. Although not in great detail, some high-quality scans of these cells appeared on the Facebook page for showbizpizza.com, but were quickly taken down. Thankfully, these images have been preserved and re-uploaded to the Internet Archive, ensuring that they are available for enthusiasts and researchers. This video is the first time we ever hear about the lost Chuck E. Cheese commercial, and after Seth Streets and Neats made a video on it, people eventually found the newsletter that I mentioned previously. The commercial possibly aired on various TV stations in different regions, including Los Angeles, the San Francisco area, and others like KNXT. Now, let's explore some intriguing details about the Great All-American Pizza Show. It shares lines and themes with a radio advertisement of the same name. There are rumors suggesting that Colossal Pictures may have been involved in its creation. What makes the commercial stand out is its inclusion of close-up shots of real animatronics within their portrait frames. While many believe the commercial was entirely animated, there's a possibility that it could have included live-action elements, making it a unique hybrid creation, including the animation and some shots of the actual animatronics. But all of that is just speculation. Additionally, it's rumored that the same artist responsible for Rat Tails comics, which were sold in Pizza Time theaters during that era, may have worked on the storyboards and animation for the mysterious commercial. A comparison of the cells and the comics shows a striking similarity to its artistic style, adding to the intrigue. Lastly, there's speculation that Lee Mars might have contributed to the storyboard for the commercial. Importantly, Lee Mars is still alive, offering a potential lead for those interested in uncovering more about this captivating chapter in the history of Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater. In summary, the 30-second enigma, known as the Great All-American Pizza Show, continues to pique the interest of enthusiasts and researchers as they piece together its history and shed light on the mysterious journey through the world of entertainment. As you may know, I already talked about this lost commercial in one of my previous lost media videos, so why am I talking about this commercial again? Especially making a dedicated video about the lost Chuck E. Cheese commercial. Well, that's because I got to visit Smitty's Super Service Station and I got to see these lost animated cells in person. So I had to make a solo video talking about the lost commercial because I saw the actual cells in person. So let's roll the clip. So we are here with Damon for another video. In case if you guys are not familiar with the channel, I also do talk a lot about lost media and morbid stuff. And Damon here, he actually owns a very rare piece of lost media, something physical that he has. It's not technically fully found because it's not complete, but like this is still like a big deal. Because for the longest, many people didn't even know that the Chuck E. Cheese animated commercial was lost. So this is, yeah, pretty big.
So what we have here is what equivalates to about 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Of the 30-second commercial. So because of the age of it in 79 and 80, we're fairly certain that it was only regional in the California area because Chuck E. Cheese had not expanded nationwide that early. So, yeah, you ready to see some of these?
Awesome. Dude, I'm hyped.
So some of these were actually mounted, which, you know, I don't know where they go in the sequence at this point because of that. But the rest of them all have numbers. So I actually have them in sequence, and you can see you go from 17 to 21 to 22. So you'll see the number jumps. So the original sale with the original hand drawing behind it, and I'm too scared to try to, you know, so. But we know that it's about a birthday, and there's actually one of the sales that has a kid, and you see like a little cup of ice cream. We don't know the script. We don't know what was said.
Yeah, all of that is like long gone, most likely.
I feel that in 80s, somebody probably had a VHS recording Saturday morning cartoons and has it. I think it's still out there on somebody's home video, you know, because they were recording something.
What's this right here?
So go ahead and read it.
Does not need to match box. What does that mean?
I don't know. That's notes with the animators.
Oh, very like dry brush.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's animation
26,
information.
48. So is that like incomplete or?
So I would say that the head hasn't moved, so the head would still be from another sale, and the body's moving in this sale.
Okay.
50, 51. Let's see, we got a little note right there.
No idea what that says. Tongue? Yeah, it says tongue. So do we know like how long the original commercial was?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30-second animated spot.
And this is about 3 seconds.
If you realize that most animations are from 22 to 30 cells per second, then yeah, I've got about 3 seconds worth of it. And I mean, you see it moving.
Little drawing from like the back of the cell.
That was the original hand drawing that they transferred and then painted.
Oh, so this is like paint.
This is the paint on the cell. This is the original hand drawn by. Oh, there we go. So most of them have that original hand, but they're so old and stuck together that I'm terrified trying to separate them.
So I mean, I know you kind of said this earlier, but like you believe that there could be a chance that the full commercial could be found, right?
Yeah, I do.
Like somebody
was recording their Saturday morning cartoons on a VCR, on a VHS tape, and this was just one of the commercials that played.
They probably don't even realize that they have a lost commercial, and they don't even know that this commercial was lost in the first place. they just forgot about it. So all of these are like Chucky, right?
Yeah. We'll get to the other. Well, one of the other characters makes an appearance.
There's another note that says tooth.
Yeah, he's got one tooth, or yeah, I guess Oh, they're telling them what that is, so they knew what to paint. The tooth is white.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see, just notes here that I don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea what they mean. So if you happen to like sell this, how much do you think this is worth?
This is a big jump.
Oh, 76 to 91. Yeah, it's like a chunk of it.
Here we go. So now we've got
ice cream.
Ice cream. So now we're getting more into the birthday. Let's see, this one doesn't have the cell, so this is just the hand drawn. And then this one doesn't have the hand drawn, it's just the sale. And now we're in 100, yeah, see, so there's some dramatic jumps. Now, before, remember, it was just the body and no head.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah.
the head and the hand and no body. So to me, that means this is what was being changed, and the body from one of the other cells is staying in place.
How much do you think this is like worth?
How do you put it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
it's
lost.
irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable.
I mean, it's priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't put a price on it.
Plus, I assume that this would have been like worth more than the original tape of the actual commercial.
Because this was the original part. You know? I mean, some of the sales that Disney have they sell for thousands and thousands of dollars for just one.
Yeah, and like the cell that they sell, it's not even from like an iconic scene. It's
Yeah,
like a random frame.
Just a random frame, which is what most of this is. All right, here we go. Notice coming into frame.
There's another character.
Right. So this to me is the birthday kid. So it's a birthday commercial. We know they've already had like the cake and the ice cream. So to me, this is the kid that is celebrating his birthday. And so we've changed scenes. We went from a different letter. He's rolling that hat. You can see he's rolling it down his arm. Now we're in the second character. And there is the birthday kid who we don't know what happened, but in one of the next sales, there's a door open. So Pasquale comes up, the kid falls down. So I guess he's bringing the pizza for the birthday too. So the kid's still going down.
Oh, it says trapdoor also.
Right here is, so see, you got the next sale that shows it.
Okay, so that's like a little trapdoor thing. The
kid's still falling, but I mean, look at the little sprigs of hair. I mean, that's insane that they animated these little sprigs of hair. And then there's just the hand drawn. You see the little sprigs in the door. The kid's totally out of the frame now. But I mean, we don't even know. I mean, it could be Chucky talking about, hey, let's come celebrate and have a birthday party. And then Pasquale comes up and, let's bring you the pizza. There's just no way of knowing. And then he goes back down too. But yeah, see, we've changed scenes and now we're in K. So we had H and we started with C. So we went through C, H, K. Yeah, so I mean, you see the scene change and the numbers change, but yeah.
So this is like all hand drawn, of course.
All hand drawn,
just 3
all
seconds.
hand painted on the cell. So the stack that would have been the commercial would have probably been about this tall.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you think the other ones are?
Do you even think they exist at this point?
Who knows? Yeah, they're probably long gone though.
If you look how bad some of these are, I mean, they're in bad shape. They weren't mounted. They weren't properly kept in climate control, and it's a miracle that they have survived. Since if the commercial came out in '79 and '80, they had to be producing it in '78.
78.
Or if it came out in '80, '79. So
what era of Chuck E. Cheese was this then?
Pizza Time Theater.
Pizza Time Theater. So these animatronics then, right?
Yeah. Or even some of it still may have been the portrait. I got one other thing to show you.
Okay.
Just remember this art right here.
Cool.
So this was also produced at the same time, same snout, and we've got our date on there.
Oh. 1979, so around that time.
Right. So the same person that was drawing this or the same company would have been doing it.
Okay.
The art stays the same. And then let's see, I think there is one picture of Pasquale. So
yeah, he looks a bit different here.
Yeah. There's his cigar you were talking about.
Oh yeah, the cigar.
Oh wow.
So another question that I want to ask sooner. So back then, like when Pizza Time Theater, like when Chucky had a cigar, their humor was like somewhat more adult humor.
Oh,
right?
it was rude and crude. It would definitely not fly in today's culture. Then Chuck E. Cheese would have got canceled. So there's actually shows with Madame Oink where they're picking on her because of her size. Yeah. Fat bottom girls make the world go round. That's a Queen reference. Y'all go figure that out.
So even like back then, since they did like the more crude humor, like it was still like meant for kids, correct?
I think a lot of it was meant to get the adults in the door to bring the kids.
Yeah.
Because the adults were the one that had the money.
True.
The kids got it from them. And that's also the reason of the intermissions. For me, the intermissions are to give my air compressor time. But for the shows in the businesses, the intermissions was giving the kids time to go spend their quarters. Go feeding Pac-Man. And Donkey Kong.
Dang. This is actually very cool. Can I like hold one of them like with the green?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Alright. Also, it's really cool. Yes, this one. Alright, I'm gonna hold this one. This is like my favorite. So right now I'm legit holding a piece of like lost media. So this is this is like a frame of a commercial, an animated Chuck E. Cheese commercial that is lost. We don't know if the commercial will ever resurface. Who knows? Hopefully it does. But yeah, I am holding a piece of lost media. That is crazy. I really like this one too. Hand drawn from the bottom. They put like this like plastic thing over it. They hand paint everything to color it in. That's amazing. Thank you for showing me all of this.
Well, you're very welcome. And I mean, the reason for showing it is I hope somebody sees this and goes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I've got, wait a minute. Let me go dig in my old tapes. People still have tapes.
Yeah.
Somebody may have the rest of these cells. And if they do, we can put it back together.
Yeah. And just add a voice to it. Because I don't know if the audio will be found, but who knows. Hopefully they do. Because I know some of the people in the lost media community, like they found some like rare stuff that like people thought was like lost that time. And if we think that all of this is lost, like who knows, maybe someone does have, like you said.
Right.
Last question before we end this. I'm like amazed because like I'm a big lost media guy. Like where do you like get these at?
So this is part of a collection that I acquired from a former employee of Pizza Time Theater.
Okay.
She was able to save some of these items.
Wow.
And I was able to get what was left of her collection. She's retired now and living in Texas, and was able to get it from her by showing her what I do.
Oh. So because you had all of this, she gave
some of the character. No, she didn't give it to me.
Oh, okay.
I was able to acquire it.
Acquire it.
She did not give it to me. Some of these characters that I have were produced by her.
Oh.
They have a little tag on it that the person that made it signs, and her initials were on some of the stuff that I had. So when Chuck E. Cheese went out of business, she moved from California to Texas to continue with Showbiz, Pizza Time. And she stayed with the company for almost 30 years. So she was the one that was instrumental in the concept unification and changing them all and doing those costumes for them. But she was the one that was able to save this.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
She knows who she is.
Yeah. So if it like wasn't for her, like we wouldn't even know that there was a commercial in the first place.
We would know there's a commercial because it's mentioned in one of their newsletters. That's how we know the date, time frame, and that's how we know 30 seconds, because of the blurb that was talking about the animated commercial that was available. And
there's like the actual proof, like the evidence of it.
This is actual proof that it was produced because we have it.
Well, yeah, thanks for showing me all of this.
Thank you.
Cool.
If anybody finds it, you be sure to tell me.
Oh yeah, I will.
About it.
I'll make a video on it. I'll make a second video to this one. But yeah, the main reason why I want to
page 2, the rest of the story.
Yeah. So the main reason why I want to talk about this, like I said earlier, I love lost media. I even made a video talking about lost commercials, and this was one of them. And I talked about this, but when I found out that Tub invited me to go to Smitty's, like I knew about the lost commercial, and I just had to see it in person. Wow. Well, thanks again for everything. I'm going to call it a day.
All right.
Or a night now.
Yeah.
Invisible watch.
Yeah, invisible watch. Yeah, well, thank you for everything.
All right. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the Lost Chuck E. Cheese commercial. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, since I am trying to be more active on those social medias. And of course, big thank you to Tuv for inviting me to the Mississippi trip to Smitty Super Service Station. And of course, big thanks to Damon for having both of us at his place so he can show his very cool animatronics and other cool things. And speaking of Damon, go subscribe to his YouTube channel called Smitty Super Service for some more videos on his animatronics. You don't want to miss it since he will be uploading more stuff onto his channel. But once again, thank you for everybody who watched to the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.